back to my channel. It's Janet, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. First off, I want to say thank you for all of the positivity and the positive comments in my last video. My last video was something that I've never done before, but I just needed to get that out there because I feel like it actually gets you guys maybe to know me a little bit better. I will have that video linked in the comments. I will pin it, but that video was just kind of like my response to a video that Daniela Diaries had put out there about a 3 weeks ago, and her video explained that she was quitting keto and she was doing something else as far as finding diet, health, fitness, all of the things healthy to improve her lifestyle and to improve her relationship with food and her body, which is fantastic. But she did get a lot of negativity on that video, and I really felt for her. I've been watching her for years. She has inspired me to start keto. She inspired me to start my YouTube channel. She is a fantastic person, and I really felt bad for the negativity that she got in that video. So my last video that I did, which was on Monday, kind of explained my feelings and thoughts towards that. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you do. I will have it in the comments. But thank you guys for being such great subscribers. I didn't want that video to be negative at all as far as like how I was feeling. It just really touches a nerve with me because I always try to keep things positive. You guys know that. I am always a pretty much upbeat person. I rarely have negative days, I'll be honest. I'm just kind of like that. I had my fill of negative days. Don't get me wrong. I've had many hardships in my life up until probably I was about 34 years old. And, you know, I've experienced many hardships in my life. And then today we have Ivy, you guys. Zoe is gone for a couple days to go and visit friends of hers that live out of town. So we have Ms. Ivy this morning. And you guys, funny story, she has learned how to sit and how to shake a paw. I'm not even kidding you. She does it like a dog. She does it instantly like a dog. It's crazy. So Zoe was so proud that she taught her to do that. If I can get a clip of it, I will insert it in this video. All right, come over here. Sit. Sit. Good girl, good girl. Okay, there you go. All right. Ivy. Ivy, can you shake a paw? Shake a paw. Shake a paw. Shake a paw. Come on, shake a paw. Ivy, shake a paw. Good girl, good girl. Good girl. Here you go. Good girl. It is the cutest darn thing ever, I tell you. And so anyways, I am watching Miss Ivy. So as you guys know, Aries is the most friendliest dog. He is my Labradoodle, but he just gets too excited when Ivy is around, and it scares Ivy. Not in a way for her to harm Aries, and Aries would never harm her, but just to the point where she gets scared, right? Because Aries is just kind of up in her face and wants to play. And you know, she was a rescue from the SPCA when she was 4 months old. She's about 8 or 9 months old now that we've had her. And you know, she's never been around dogs, so it's a little bit hard for them to get used to each other because Aries is 7 years old, 7 or 8 years old. And you know, we've never had a cat before, but I love having her around. I absolutely love it. She's been in a few of my videos before. So today's video, what I'm going to share with you, because I have gotten a lot of responses about people, viewers that want to see more basic keto. And as you guys know, I do try to satisfy everybody on my channel. I know it's kind of impossible, but I do try. I really do try. And so today I thought that I would kind of bring it back to basics, and I would share with you what I ate in order for me to lose 100 pounds. So I started my weight loss journey Oh man, I started it, I want to say it was probably, I reached my goal weight in August of 2020. I would say I probably started early 2019 or even 2018. It did take me a long time to lose that weight. And I started with pretty basic keto. I followed YouTubers like Daniela. I followed other YouTubers. I did my own research and started the keto diet. And I started it with a very basic diet. I wasn't even counting my macros actually at the very beginning. How I started off my keto journey in order to get into ketosis was because of course I was learning, and I watched a video, I forget even who it was, but they had done chicken wings for 3 days. And they ate about a pound of chicken wings every day. They ended up having like ranch dressing with it, but they only ate that every day for 3 days. And so I thought I would give it a try, and it worked. It worked fabulously. I will actually link a video because I have done, I want to say about 3 times I have done the chicken wing fast. So I will link a video here if you're interested in watching that. But it really helped me get into ketosis. It was very simple to do when you're starting keto and, you know, not knowing your carbs, not knowing exactly what to eat, going high fat. You know, there's a lot of information to learn. So that is why I did that when I first started. But I also kept my meals very simple. I ate 2 meals a day, and I kept it really simple. So in today's video, that is what I'm going to be sharing with you. I am going to be sharing with you exactly what I ate in order for me to lose my weight. I started at 240 pounds. Right now, today, I sit at 144. My goal weight is about 135 to 140. Ivy, get out of the plants. And, you know, I'm very close to my goal. So my diet now is a little bit more lenient. And it's definitely sometimes not your basic keto, I'll admit that. I'm just at a different point in my weight loss journey, right? But today's video, I definitely wanted to focus for those that are starting their weight loss journey and keeping it simple and getting back to basics. So for my coffee has always remained the same. Actually, I did at the beginning try the butter coffee. I forget what it's called right now. But I did try that at the very beginning. I was not a fan of it. I could not get it down. So I ended up changing to heavy whipping cream and sweetener and skinny syrups. That is what I used in the beginning. Since then, I have added my silk half and half that I share with you guys on a regular basis. But other than that, it has pretty much stayed the same as far as my coffee goes. Definitely, that was like the easiest thing to be on keto. There has been no sweetener that has bothered me. I'm not a fan of stevia though. It never affected me. And as far as bothering my stomach or water gain or anything like that, I just wasn't a fan of the aftertaste. So I have used an artificial sweetener in my coffee. I prefer my coffee sweet. I can never do black coffee. To each their own. I commend you if you can do black coffee, but I just never got hooked on it whatsoever. So that is how I have my coffee. And I am going to be making meal number 1 today, and I will be sharing with you exactly what I make, and you know, definitely helped me. This is what I made on a regular basis while following keto. Ivy, stay out of the plants again. This is what I followed and pretty much ate every day while I was on keto. And this recipe is actually in my keto ebook. If you're new here, I do have a keto ebook that is available for purchase. You will see it down in the description as well. I do offer keto meal plans if anybody is interested in. All the information you will definitely see in my description. But let's get started on meal number 1. We are just going to start with our fry pan now. In the beginning, I had store-bought bacon. Definitely be checking out your bacon because they do contain carbs. So make sure you're checking your labels when you're shopping. That is one thing that I highly recommend to you. When you start, you need to be checking all your labels instantly when you're in the grocery store. But now we bought a pig and butchered a pig because we are hunters and Jimmy does butcher. So we have bought a pig and did our own butchering, and this is fresh pork bacon. So I am going to use 3 slices. Now these slices aren't that big, so There we go. I'm gonna use 3 slices of that. I'm actually gonna use 4 because these ones are kind of a little bit smaller. This one is a little bit bigger. There we go. So I'm gonna start off just by frying my bacon. I have to cook, homemade bacon is always best when you cook it on low because it does burn quite easily. A subscriber actually told me that, so thank you for that. So I'm just gonna slowly cook my bacon and then I will show you guys the next step. All right, so my bacon is done. I don't like mine really crispy, so I just have a paper towel that is off to the side here. So I'm just gonna put my bacon on the paper towel. And then what I do is I place my eggs in the same pan that I was cooking the bacon in with all the grease. Now, if this is too much grease for you, or if you are starting and you don't think that you can handle all the grease, it's up to you. I like it for the flavor and of course the extra fat content when you're first starting keto. The fat content was really hard for me to start out with because it's just not normal, right? To be having that much fat in your meals. So what I did is I would crack 2 or 3 eggs, depending on your macros, you will be able to determine that. But for today's video, I'm gonna do 3. And I just place them in there and then I end up breaking them to kind of make like a scrambled egg. And this is when you're gonna wanna put some seasonings on it. I like using the Redmond's real salt and also some pepper. I tend to keep this kind of a little bit simple. And then we'll just finish cooking our eggs and then I will show you the next step and what we're gonna add to make this breakfast bowl. All right, so my eggs are done. So we are just going to put them in the bowl. This breakfast is so easy as well, you guys. I feel like it covers all your bases and gives you like the perfect macros. And then what I will do is I cut up my bacon with scissors in with the eggs. Now, also wanted to mention, you guys can use any sort of meat in replacement of bacon. I like it, well, I love bacon to begin with, but you can also use some breakfast sausage, some ham. Just kind of recommend like putting a little bit of mayo with it if you do use ham, because ham is very lean. Now, I like mayo with this also. If you have not tried scrambled eggs with mayo, you're missing out. It is absolutely delicious. Seems kind of like a weird combo, but it tastes amazing. All right, so that is all done. And then next, what I will do is I will add some shredded cheese. Now, obviously when you're starting, you know, depending on how you are approaching your keto journey, if you're measuring, counting your macros, I encourage you to do that. Right now, where I'm at in my journey, I don't measure a lot of things. I pretty much have known after 2-3 years of doing keto my serving size. And I am just starting to maintain and kind of, you know, morph into the maintaining stages, right? So I'm just gonna add some shredded cheese. And also what I would add if I had it, which I did constantly have in the house, I don't know, I haven't been having a lot of avocados lately, but that was another thing that I would add to my breakfast bowl, would be a half of an avocado. So this was what I had all the time, depending on your taste preference. I'm not big on hot sauce, but I do add a little bit of hot sauce. Hot sauce is a great condiment when you are on keto. All right, and then literally I just add like a couple dollops because I do not like things spicy, but I do like the taste of hot sauce. It's just I don't like it to be too spicy. All right, and that is it. I guarantee you with this breakfast bowl, you will get full from it and it will be satisfying as well. Very good. Like I said, the macros are perfect, spot on for your keto journey. Let me know also, I wanted to say this near the beginning of this video, is if you enjoy these videos, please let me know in the comments and I can continue making some back to basic or eat easy keto recipes. So good, you guys. I still love this meal. A lot of the meals that I actually started with keto, I still love. All right, I am going to show you what is a basic supper for me and that I had quite often. The chicken that I'm showing you is already pre-made, so I had baked it. All I did with it is just bake it in the oven for about 40 minutes. I put my favorite seasonings on it, which I will show you. My favorite seasonings right now for anything, including like my sauteed vegetables, my steak. We have venison because we are hunters, but you can put this on beef, chicken. I put it on everything and it tastes fantastic. Even my 19-year-old daughter that lives at home that is going to college, she comments on every time that I use these seasonings how good it is. So I have been using the Redmond's Real Salt and the Redmond's Organic Garlic Pepper and also the Redmond's the Redmond's Organic Seasoning Salt. So these are the 3 items that I have been using for literally everything that I have been making lately. And you guys, it tastes so good. I wish I would have bought the bigger cans of, not the salt, but definitely these. They have like a bigger size. These are very inexpensive. These are actually cheaper to buy online than in a grocery store, and they're much, much better, way better ingredients. So make sure you check out the link in the description. My code janetgreta will save you 15% as well. Hands down my favorite seasonings. Recommend getting the bigger one because you will fall in love with all of these seasonings together. So that is what I put on my chicken. And then I always have a vegetable of some sort. Today I'll see if I have green beans. I'm not even sure what kind of vegetables I have today, but I also usually saute my vegetables. I have been doing that from the beginning. You see me make a lot of sauteed vegetables in my What I Eat in a Day, where the zucchini, the mushrooms, the peppers, I have been making that since day one. What I really like to do when it is summertime here in Canada is I like to put it on the barbecue. So I will put it on skewers and I will put it on the barbecue and it tastes so good. So that is kind of what I like to have as a side. And also another side that I have with it is cauliflower bake or cauliflower rice. I tend to like doctor up my cauliflower rice a lot, so I will be showing you that in this video, but I just thought I would like show you what I'm eating. But the chicken is already done and the vegetables, I will see what I have today, but that is usually the vegetables that I will always have on the side, is either green beans or the saute vegetables that I mentioned before. But let's get to making the cauliflower rice. I will show you how I doctor it up so that we can hit those macros when we are on keto. So I just have a small little fry pan here that I'm going to be using for my cauliflower rice. I put some extra virgin olive oil in the pan to start out with. I have mine on a little less than medium heat to start out with, and then we are just going to let that get hot, and then we can start with our cauliflower rice. And I will show you how I doctor mine up so that I hit all of my macros, especially my fat macros, and honestly to give it some more flavor. All right, so I have 2 slices of bacon in my air fryer. Usually when I was starting out, I also prepped a lot of bacon in the beginning. I don't eat as much as I used to when I started because I do get a little bit more creative with my recipes and my meals, I guess you would say. But when I started, I kept things super simple. So I am just going to put some of my cauliflower rice. This is just the PC brand here in Canada, and the macros for a half a cup is 4 total carbs and 2 fiber for that. So probably I would suggest starting out with a half of a cup. Now I'm just going to put some in here. More than likely it should be about a half a cup, to be honest, for the serving. And then we're just gonna saute that a little bit until it gets a little bit crispy. I'm also going to add the seasonings that I talked about earlier that I put on my chicken and my vegetables. I also like it on cauliflower rice. I put it in my cauliflower bake when I make it. So I'm just going to add that. My bacon is done, so what I'm going to do is chop that up and put it in here. Now you can meal prep this as well. You don't think that you just have to make a serving at a time. If you want to do some meal prep with everything that I'm showing today for the 2 meals, you can easily meal prep that for a few days and have it ready to go, especially when you're starting out and you're wanting to keep things very simple. All right, I'm going to take my bacon and cut it up and put it in here as well. We're just gonna saute this up for a little bit. I now have it a little bit on low. And I prefer to have my cauliflower rice kind of crispy. Everybody is different, but I don't like it mushy or watery, so I like it kind of crisped up a bit. So I'm just gonna finish doing that, and then I will show you what I add to it to make it the final product and make it absolutely delicious. All right, so it is crisped up a little bit. I have it on low. I did have it on medium just to get all the moisture out of it. And you want to add this stuff that I'm showing you right before, like right when it's done, right before you're going to serve it, okay? So what I'm going to add, I technically don't have the measurements for all of this, I'll be completely honest. I just kind of add it as I go, but I would say probably about a tablespoon of cream cheese. And a tablespoon of sour cream. You can do more or less of this depending on your macros, remember. And then also a serving of cheese. You can use any sort of cheese. I have mozzarella today in my fridge. I could have used some marble, but I'm gonna kind of switch it up and put a little bit of mozzarella in with this. I would say this is probably about like 15 grams or so. Then we are gonna slowly mix it all together till the cream cheese kind of melts and everything melts together. You're gonna wanna make sure that it's on low for this part. And we're just gonna mix it all up till it's all well combined and that cream cheese is all melted. All right, and this is my final plate for supper. This is the cauliflower rice that I doctored up. I prefer it this way. I just cannot eat plain cauliflower rice. My chicken that I have reheated, it was leftovers, and then some green beans. These are the green beans that I get. Sorry, the can is still full, so I can't really angle it, but it works out to be 3 total carbs per half a cup, which is really, really good macros. If you're starting out, highly recommend to be counting total carbs. What you see on the item in the nutritional information for the carbs, you count that. We want to stay under 20 total carbs when we're starting out on keto. So this is going to be my meal number 2. I kept my meals really, really simple in the beginning, actually probably for the first 6 months, I would say. After that, I started playing around a little bit with net carbs, but in the beginning, I highly recommend you starting with total carbs. Another meal that I had on the go, which really was satisfying, that I always will recommend to people, keto chow. I always would make the shakes. I didn't use it in recipes in the beginning. I actually did use these for shakes. It was quick and easy. It was really, really good macros. I made mine with heavy whipping cream all the time. So highly recommend some keto chow if it is in your budget. I know it can get expensive. I also have a coupon code down in the description that'll save you 10% if you are interested. But those were kind of the things that helped me be successful in my weight loss journey. And you know, everybody kind of has their own different way of doing things. Like I've said earlier in this video, my meals are a little bit more relaxed because I am at my goal weight. I'm very, very close to my goal weight, and I'm starting to kind of implement maintaining by introducing sometimes food items with sugar alcohols. So once in a while I will have a Built bar. You have seen me eat those before. You know, once in a while I will have those little treats, and that's why I share treat sweet recipes, keto recipes, because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. You know, I have maintained my weight fairly decently for the last 1.5 years. I did go up 20 pounds, but I did end up losing that regain. But you know, I'm learning a lot as well, but I always recommend anybody that is starting to be starting out with total carbs and keeping it simple. You do not need the keto chow to be successful in your keto journey. You actually do not need anything. I always though will recommend electrolytes and collagen. You guys know that. My husband, he is not on any diet. He is taking both of those just for overall health. And I do feel that those are important. They won't make you successful in your weight loss journey, but they will keep you healthy. And at the end of the day, that is what we are striving for in weight loss is to be healthy. Let's not lose that mindset of why we're losing weight. It's not a race. Everybody does it at their own pace, and it is for overall health. So let me know if you enjoy videos like this. Please let me know down in the comments. I would love to chat with you. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube can let you know when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.